one of the models. Right, because you said you guys looked at everything primarily from a single model performance, right? You didn't, or did you actually merge different files as well?
We merged files as well.
Okay.
Mostly the file merging I did. I tried it both merging within Visicon and merging prior to. But
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, so here it should, yeah, so here's our original model. Now, one of the things we did do, again, I don't know if this will be useful or not, but we brought in an icon that shows, I believe one is the, you know how Revit has the, one is the global, the survey point, and the other one is the project origin. So we brought these in just so that you can see them. There's not really much we can do with it. We were going down, one of our test users was trying to get us to use the, what they called shared coordinates.
Yeah.
But then the more research we did, John, we realized shared coordinates only work if you have a known entity. It doesn't help you merge models that you're getting just randomly from other people, which is really what the workflow we're trying to make easier.
Right.
So we kind of abandoned that, but in that process, you know, we at least brought in these two coordinates. I don't know if that's useful or not. I'm going to just turn off the annotation boxes here just to kind of clear things up. So we have one model, and then we'll go ahead and merge into. Right, so it's clear this is the combining object into one, and then here we're going to do into a new one. So we'll just go to so here's just this is the latest Revit or ETABS model that they had given me. So now there are two, right? So we have the ETABS, and I'm going to turn off the loads on the ETABS model. So this is where the ETABS model was. This is the Revit model. So first thing I would do, and I don't know if you actually did this in your merging. If you go to the models,
I had preset my insertion points so they'd come in the right spot.
You took care of that already. So here I'm going to just give each model a color. Right, so under the models you can go in, so that makes it easier. Now, when you're in colorize, right, so if you go to colorize, obviously you can do it by component type, by material, whether discipline, and if you go to model, this is where it switches to, you know, this color coding. So each of these tabs, kind of the components have their own color scheme, and then you can just use that. So we'll go back into the model mode. So then we'll do models alignment. So the first thing we'll do is by objects, and this is what I'm thinking you might use if you have those. You said you insert those 3D alignment lines, right, that are 3D objects.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming that means that this model and this model would have both had some grid line or some 3D line or intersection.
Right, right. Like that sphere you've got here in the foreground, which I know is your orbit symbol or your gizmo that's orbit. But they're like that. They'll hover around the models. Yeah.
Okay. And so we'll come to manual. We can do by coordinates. We're going to do by object first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab ETABS model first. And so it's easy to grab everything in the model by just turning on this and selecting it. Then I do by objects. And now why does it say?
No components.
Okay, so I hadn't selected anything, so I'm going to do by objects.
Okay, to select, did you need to do something? What did you, other than selecting and hovering, what? Okay.
Yeah, so I can select any component by clicking normal. I can right click select that way or this way, right? That's like AutoCAD. But since I want to align the whole model, I turn on the model tab in Project Browser and select one of the models.
And to select it, you just clicked or right-clicked?
No, I just click on it.
Okay.
So now this entire model is selected. Now I'm going to go by object. The way this works is, so this is my selected object, and I'm going to zoom in, and we're going to start by, you see, I'm just going to grab this column and this one, and then I'm going to go into, and here I notice that it's a little funny because it won't let me zoom in because, you know, that I was zoomed out too much. So I'm going to go into home. Oh, see, now it won't let me do it either. So I'm going to have
so
to.
When you talked about performance, this is the same frustration I was running into where it's like I want to snap to a common object. And when we were working with glue before Autodesk bought them, we used to put in common objects and you just snap on a common object and it would automatically align you. Like, let's say you had yeah.
So I'm going to select the same. So the issue that I'm having here is my zoom, my pivot point was too far out.
Yeah.
It won't let me zoom in for, you know, but that's just.
Yeah, no, that's the trouble I often have with large models is the pivot point. Yeah.
So now I'm going to select that same column on the other model. You see, and it realigns them.
So you chose a column, but if columns were hard to get at because you had an enclosure or something, you could have a common object in front of the building, like a bus stop or a fire hydrant or something that or it could be a false object that was inserted in both and yeah, that's what I'm looking at. To make it better, I think if you have how you model is really more about that to make it easy to snap it to. Yeah.
Exactly. So this align by object is pretty useful. So what I've done here is I've aligned by object and I can accept. Right. So now I accept and I zoom in. So now I reset my orbit closer. I zoom in and I say, wait a minute. So I aligned this column that I selected to align was clearly aligned, but there's misalignment because the models have evolved, right? You can see that, right?
Yeah, floor to floor. The floor to floor is different, right? Yeah.
Exactly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a second operation, and I'm going to say right. I don't know if the roof is aligned, but I know the typical levels are going to be aligned. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select one of my models again, do align by object. I'm going to select this slab, and then I'm going to select the slab below, and you see how it tries to align it. And I want you to look at the top. Here, I don't know if you can see where my mouse is. I'm at the top where because it tries to align based on the object's overall center. I'll call it center of mass or geometric center. These slab objects are a little bit off. So what I'm going to do in this case, I'm going to zero out the X. I'm going to zero out the Y. And all I want to do is take advantage of the Y transfer. So coming back to, so you can use your selected objects that are inserted to do either full global transformation or then only use it to align in one of the three axes like I've just done, right?
Yeah. Well, and if you were altering floor to floor to save money, let's say you're crunching the floor to floor to save money, you would still align at a base 0, 0 down at the bottom, right? Like a first floor, maybe the foundations could even change, but yeah.
Let's say my foundation, so here I can see what happened is, and this is maybe a unique project because my typicals are aligned, but they moved, right, let's say I'll call it the mezzanine level. The mezzanine level is lower in my Revit versus my ETAP. So somehow, that got adjusted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so that's how you would do the alignment, right? So that was using this by objects. And so I think that the fact that you can select any two objects in the models and then override, I think should, in my mind, cover most scenarios.
In best practice, I think it still falls back to using a common object that you place in front of the building that doesn't move. Then you know.
Yeah.
Especially if you have multiple floors like Lower Wacker Drive at Chicago, you don't really know what to align to. You know, like yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I follow
And
you.
then,
So that same common that object alignment could also be used along a line in a process line industrial world.
exactly, that's what I was thinking in your case where you said you have those 3D lines.
Yeah.
And then you can just and you can even align. So let's say one line in one model is longer than the other. It doesn't matter because it'll align its center line, and then you can adjust the X, Y, Z.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So I'm gonna go play with that now that you showed this to me. Now I understand what's going on, and I'll give you some feedback on it then.
Perfect. And then the next thing under alignment, I just wanted to show you. You can then grab. So now we're done aligning. Right. I'm going to grab these two columns, and I go to manual move. Right, and then I can move these anywhere in my model.
So
now,
manual move.
Extended,
All right, where did you find that?
Rotate and other things, but
Okay, where was manual move? I missed that.
yeah, so I'm going to cancel this out. So I'm going to grab these two columns using my right click, right box select. Manual is right here.
Okay.
So I just do manual, and then I can just hot click, any of these axes.
Can I move it manually, Florian? Can I move that and then have it locked in either an X or a Y, so it's moving along a line?
Yeah, because what you can do is you can move it. Well, it's already locked, right? Because I'm selecting.
It's already
one
locked.
axis at a
Is
time.
it, you just on your gizmo? You're just choosing. Okay, got it.
Yeah, and this will be extended. I don't know if in the first release, because I'm really feeling pressure to have to get something out.
Yeah,
Um,
but here's the question I have.
you'll get
In
rotation and other things also, but for right now,
Yeah.
I can just pull. So you can pull any equipment, let's say, and drag it along.
and in future releases, if you had to dial that gizmo, if you had to rotate it a half a degree or something to get it perfect with the plant, because the plant is off, then you could rotate it or something. Yeah.
Exactly. There'll be like a little arc here, and you'll similarly be able to grab the arc and do a rotation.
Okay, I get it.
Like that.
I want to play with that.
Accept
Yeah.
that. So we did the manual.
Does it record that you translated those columns that much? Is there a report that shows you what you did? That's okay if there's not. I just wondered if there was.
No. But if I go to the manual, you see it's showing me up at the top. So I could also force this. You see, I could just override. I'm overriding the 21.9047. I'm going to force that to 20. And you see it's now at 20.
Okay.
And then I can say accept. So now I know exactly, I moved that exactly 20 feet over.